Good morning, everybody. We're going to get started in just 1 second here. Early morning crypto talk. Good morning, Kenny. I see you. Good morning, Mr. Ross. Tuesday morning, the march to Christmas is coming very quickly. How you guys doing today? You ready to learn some new information? As Bitcoin is exploding, I always say that you need to be a professional in your field. You need to know what's going on. You always have to be updated. News is constantly and rapidly changing. That's why I do two crypto talks a day now. So yesterday we did talk about Bitcoin for beginners, but about what exchanges to use. What exchanges that you can start to buy your crypto coins on, and because there's a lot of them out there. There's to be exact, I can look on CoinMarketCap. There's 7,302 markets where you can get cryptos on. There's 1,343 cryptocurrencies, and most people only hear about Bitcoin. And a lot of people even think that they're missing out because Bitcoin is so expensive. Right now it's 7. Let me hit refresh. As I am speaking, Bitcoin is 17,480. Moving up 5%. I made some money. Oh yeah, I made some money right now. But you know what? What is shooting up right now is Ethereum at 34%. And you know what's getting even higher than that? Litecoin is up 77%. So if you're looking to make some money, don't worry about trying to go buy as many Bitcoin as you can. Buy these other altcoins while they're cheap. Ethereum's at $636 a coin. Litecoin's at $328. Buy these other coins that you can get like 10 to 15 of them. That way, when they go up in value, now you're making an impact. You're not going to see too many people get into the Bitcoin game today and buying 10 Bitcoin and sitting on it. You know, they're only buying pieces of it. That day is over. You know, I said it just last month. I said, you guys are going to be able to say, I remember when Bitcoin was less than $10,000 a coin. It's never going below $10,000 again. Just 2 months ago, it was at $2,900. That was the time to buy the dip, but it's not too late. See, I'm looking at the top 20 coins. Every single one is in the green right now. Every single one. Populous came up 37%, Waves 25%, Zcash 17%. You look at EOS 33%. Ethereum Classic is even up 12%, $32 a coin. See, these cheap coins, you can get 50 of them, get 100 of them, and then just sit on them. Dash is up 16%. Dash is about to hit $1,000 a coin, $860 a coin. Look at this stuff. Even BitConnect's at $388 a coin. When I first invested in that, it was 113 bucks a coin. Back in August. Here's another thing you must understand. The entire coin market cap is at $494 billion, almost $500 billion. Just a few months ago, it didn't even crack 200 billion total market cap. In fact, it was all the way down to 130 billion, the total market cap. When it reaches $1 trillion, and it will, a little more than half of that is going to be represented by Bitcoin. But what's going to happen to the other $500 billion in volume? Where is that going to flow? At least these top 20 coins. There is still, you don't have to be a Bitcoin millionaire, but you can be a crypto millionaire. By investing come January, I will be dumping a lot of money into these altcoins. A lot of my investments will be in the altcoins, not Bitcoin. I don't buy Bitcoin, I earn Bitcoin. But I will buy these other coins. That's my own personal investment strategy. I'm not the guy that's going to be like, oh, Brandon got like 20 Bitcoins. Nope. But I got 20 Litecoins, 20 Dash coins, and grow from there. So let's go over some crypto talk today. When the CBOE made their announcement of the CME, there are a lot of Wall Street firms that fought back. And the CEO of the CBOE had enough. And he said something, and I'm going to share this article with you guys here in the chat box. Yeah, that's right, Jeremy. I see that Litecoin is freaking exploding. 77% up right now. I'm looking at my account. Oh my goodness. My account is exploding. Litecoin's on fire. Not only that, so was Ethereum. And Ethereum Classic. And Dash. And Bitcoin Cash. I need to buy some salt. And EOS. And Funfair. Need to get in. But I got to stick to my game plan. It's easy. Here's one thing, guys, that it's easy to do. It's like a kid in a candy store. You've got, let's say your mom gives you $10. And you go into the candy store and you already go in there knowing that, like me, I like getting my the Candy Warehouse mini jawbreakers. I love those things. That's my goal. I'm going to go get me some mini jawbreakers. But I see the M&Ms. I see the Tootsie Rolls. I see the raspberry, I don't know what they call them, the gummy stuff. I see all this other candy there that's good, but I only got $10. And I got to wait till the next time I get more money so I can do it. You got to be disciplined here. You can't grab everything at once. Create your own financial game plan and then execute it. That's probably one of the biggest frustrating things for me right now, because I'm that kid in the candy store. And I'm making good money. But I wish I had more to do more. But the time is coming. I've got to stick with a game plan. Pay off these debts, pay off those bills. We got Christmas. You've got, just living expenses. You're getting a new house. You're getting a new car. Then all of a sudden Litecoin goes up 77%. I'm like, God dang it, if I could put 10K in there right now. But then you're messing up your game plan. And I'll tell you how I screwed myself up. I got caught in that trap where back in October, beginning of October, I had a game plan set for the next 2 months. I kind of had an idea on how much income I had coming in and what I was going to do with it. But then the ICOs popped on the scene. Rego Coin pops up, and I stuck to my original game plan and didn't want to get on the ICO. But other people did. And people I personally know that told me to get in on it. I said, nah, I'm going to wait till January. They did like $42,000, $50,000 profit. I'm like, doggone it. And that fear of loss. I said, all right, I'm getting in on some ICOs. So I changed and went away from my game plan and started putting a couple $1,000s in different ICOs. And you know what happened? 90% of those all crashed or didn't launch properly, and I didn't make no money. The only saving grace might be Electroneum, because I own like 170,000 Electroneum coins during that time. But that took me off of the game plan It's like I took a side detour, 7K, that I should have had in a different direction. So you got to be very careful, and you have to be disciplined. There's so many great opportunities out there. You can't be a part of all of them. However, this is the investment space. So if anything's passive, you can put your money in different places. You just got to be careful with what you're doing and know how you're doing it. And stick to your game plan. That's the hardest thing for me to do, but I have to do it. Stick to the game plan. All right, so let's talk about this guy, the CBOE. He's a CEO. He blasts uncalled for Bitcoin future critics. Uncalled for. Did I put that link in here? Yeah. All right, so CBOE's chief executive is pushing back at suggestions that the exchange's newly launched Bitcoin futures market was hastily done. Speaking to Financial News, Edward Tilley said the objections, like those raised by the Futures Industry Association in an open letter last week, are uncalled for and doesn't reflect the reality of the regulatory approval process. As an institution that trades commodity-backed derivatives, the CBOE is overseen by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. He told the publication, "I think letters like that and cheap shots to our regulator, the CFTC, are uncalled for to make it seem this was an overnight self-certification without the proper amount of CFTC involvement. This is just irresponsible. I respect all the concerns that the industry has, but it's articulated in the way the FIA did not so much." In that letter released last week, FIA Chief Executive Walt Lukin said that members are concerned about the volatility around cryptocurrency prices, while also attacking the process that led to yesterday's futures launch. A public discussion should have been had on whether a separate guarantee fund for this. There's no guarantee. What's he talking about? For this product was appropriate, or whether exchanges put additional capital in front of the clearing member guarantee fund. There's no guarantee in trading. Similar objections were previously raised by Interactive Brokers founder Thomas Petterfy, who in an ad in the Wall Street Journal argued that Bitcoin derivatives activity should be siloed off from the broader market. Tilley explained that the Options Clearing Corporation, a clearinghouse focused on equities derivatives, clears the contracts for CBOE. Again, I default to their expertise and I'm comfortable with their decision, he told the publication. Oh, I like it. I like it. At least we got one banker firing back. He's basically saying, sit down and shut the F up. That's what he's saying right here. Mind your business. We know what we're doing. That's right, Ron. Plan your work and work your plan. If you guys could see my inbox, if you could see my voicemail messages, how many offers I get a day to look at this company, join this program, invest in this, invest in that, do this, do that. And they're not all bad. Some of them are awesome. But the timing is not right for me. You know, I share this. I have a disorder called auditory processing disorder. I process things differently. It's a learning disability. And I think a certain way to manage it. And I can get overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, I shut down. And I feel like I want to go into my little corner and nobody mess with me. So I got to stay focused. Some people are able to multitask and do, especially if you got the resources. If you got the resources, you can throw 10K, 40K here and there and let it work for you and then come back to it. You know, you can focus on that stuff. And I operate a certain way. But there's so many things out there and this is exciting times. Exciting things are happening. People are making money all over the place. So you got to pick what's right, and it's going to be a good fit for you. All right, let's go on to another article here. I like this one. Before I want to get into the Bitcoin for beginners, this is two things you want to look at. What's happening for 2018? Bitcoin price to hit $50,000 next year. Private venture capitalist, 50,000. If Bitcoin hits 50,000, what do you think is going to happen to Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dash? What do you think is going to happen? You know, if you do it pair to pair, then Bitcoin Cash would end up being probably around 10,000, if not more, per coin. Ethereum will probably be around 6,000 per coin. Litecoin, at its current pace, will probably be around $3,000 to $4,000 per coin. You know, IOTA, I don't know if it, I mean, it's $4.64 right now, but it might jump up to close to $10 per coin. That's way too high. That's way too high with their market cap. But who knows? I mean, nobody thought that Bitcoin was going to be worth $17,000 right now. Not even the end. They were saying, yeah, we think Bitcoin might hit $10,000 by the end of the year. We're at 17,000 right now. We almost hit 20,000 already. So this is exciting times to be an investor in this space. So Bitcoin price to hit 50,000. Let me put the link to this article. There, let's see here. I know, Kenny, I'm waiting on that ETN. What was it, 0.01 when we got the ICO? Right now, it's already, I think it's at 7 cents. Let me look on the coin market cap. ETN. ETN is at 10 cents a coin. Really? 10 cents a coin. So that means my worth right now on that, 170,000. I've got $17,000 worth of Electronium right now. $17,000 worth right now. So imagine, you know, once that sucker finally launches, it gets up to 30, 40 cents. 30, 40 cents. I'm going to sell probably 40% of it and then sit on the rest for the next couple of years. My boy, Jarris Coleman, has 1.45 million of them. So he's going to get a good 6-figure check when he sells a percentage of it and then invest that in other stuff. Here's another thing, guys. Here's a tip. I will only look at, especially in the crypto space, when it comes to trading or lending, I will only look at things that are on the blockchain. If there's an ICO, I don't care how great it is until it hits the blockchain. Once it's on the blockchain and it's on other markets and you can get the coin from another source outside of just that company, then you've eliminated 90% of your risk. I mean, they're off and running at that point. Before, it is very risky because the company can do an exit scam, never even launch, take all your money, take all your coins, and they had no intention of ever getting on the blockchain. So if it ain't on the blockchain, I don't want to hear about it. Don't even approach me about it. I don't care about what ICO is doing. All right, so let's go back to this this article. $50,000 by next year. Kinetic Capital managing partner has said that he expects Bitcoin to reach $50,000 by the end of 2018 as the cryptocurrency market becomes globally accepted. He says, I think we're going to see $50,000 by the end of 2018 for Bitcoin. I think with the 1-2 punch with the CBOE and CME, I think the entire world is on watch now for what is to come and what the real liquidity that can enter this market will actually look like. Chicago-based exchanges CBOE and CME are to launch their Bitcoin futures contracts later this month, which are helping to boost the price of the market up to record highs. Just today, it was reported that the cryptocurrency had risen by 10%, nearing the $13,000 barrier. What's he talking about? How old is this article? Oh, this is the 12th, it says. Speaking about how digital currencies are perceived in Asia compared to the US, Chu argued that the Asian market is a lot more nimbler than its counterpart, including that of China, despite its crackdown on initial coin offerings and domestic digital currency exchanges. Interestingly, he stated, China is actually one of the fastest to adopt an enterprising level blockchain technology. He's also of the opinion that efforts by the PBOC to develop its own cryptocurrency lends a lot of weight to the validity of digital currency at a sovereign level, generally adding, I think in 2018 we will see the first state-backed digital currency in one form or another, and I bet you it will come from Asia. No, well, yeah, it will come from Asia, but it ain't going to be the first. The first one's going to come from Russia. The ruble coin. Estonia is already in production of theirs. Venezuela is already talking about production of theirs. United States is already in production of theirs. The Fed coin, or they may call it the digital coin. The Canada's calling theirs the CAD coin. So I haven't heard of any country in Asia that's already developing or in that process of their own coin. Japan has legalized Bitcoin, so there's no need for a state currency in Japan when they've already legalized Bitcoin. Then you've got China that is trying to make Bitcoin illegal, but will create their own coin. But there hasn't been any news about their progress on that yet. So I don't know what he's talking about. It's going to come from Asia, not the first. When questioned as to whether South Korea has become interested in the cryptocurrency space because of North Korea and its use of Bitcoin as a safe haven, Chu replied in the negative. According to him, South Korea is focusing on this space because they have a culture of trading, as they are familiar with trading Forex and stocks. Chu thinks that trading in digital currencies makes for an easy transition. That's true. We see Forex companies right now, IML and wealth generators, transitioning into crypto. Same with USI-Tech. Says, I'm not sure. It has a lot to do with politics between North and South, but I do think that anywhere that you see a population which is comfortable with trading like Japan, like Korea, and even Hong Kong to a degree, and especially recreationally in China, you're going to see a lot of interest in cryptocurrency, and I see that growing exponentially. Billionaire hedge fund manager Mike Novogratz is another bullish individual on the price of Bitcoin. Last month, he said that it could easily reach $40,000 by the end of 2018. I think it's going to be probably higher than that. But you know what? He talks about here North Korea and South Korea. South Korea's interest in crypto, I believe, is what he said. I believe what he said about that. The fact that, they're already used to trading. But North Korea also has an interest in cryptocurrency for a different reason. North Korea's interest, and because they're mining this stuff, is they see it as a way to get away from United States sanctions, to become financially independent, to be able to do trade outside of the US dollar, so that if we do put sanctions on them, then it's not going to matter. They can still survive. It says 2018 crypto MLM will completely take over Forex MLM. I jumped into Forex briefly. I put $5,000 in. And the problem with that, you got to come in with a lot of money. The reason I never really was a fan of IML and wealth generators is, one, it costs like 180 something bucks a month just to be in the program. And most people don't have, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 to really make a difference. That's why the stock market, they say you need at least $250,000 to $1 million to get in the game. When people only have a couple $100, you ain't going to make no money. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. And the problem, like when I put 5,000 in, the very next month I lost $2,200 because the market had went down. When you lose it like that, it's gone. It's gone. See, what I love about the crypto space, let's say I've got $5,000 worth in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin drops in value. I don't lose. The only way I lose is if I sell. As long as I don't sell, I hold on to it, it's going to come back up. I don't lose. So I think all the wannabe, and I call them wannabes because these are people that have no business being in the financial market when it comes to Forex and stock market trading, but they take advantage of it because of an MLM company like IML and wealth generators trying to get their foot in the door, and they realize they're not making no money. They're not. the top leaders in those companies, the reason why they're making money is because they're making money off of the auto ships of the people in their business. Then they take the money that they're making from that auto ship and use that money to invest. So now they're making money on the investing side and they're making money on the MLM side. And there's nothing wrong with that. I am 100% for that. That's just smart. What's the old saying? Use other people's money. That's just smart. But most of the people there aren't building big teams and they don't have money to invest. So they're not making any money and they're paying a $180 a month auto ship. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to look at crypto. And when they look at crypto, they're going to say, wow, everybody over there is making money. And I don't have to recruit to do so. All I have to do is learn to trade and invest my money. So yeah, 2018, it's going to be the year of crypto. And I don't want to call it the MLM industry. I'll call it in the network marketing industry. It's going to be the year of crypto. All right, let's get to, oh wait, you know what? There is one more article that's even saying higher. This one says, oh, wait a minute. I just got new news. Breaking news. Jaime Dimon breaks silence on Bitcoin as futures launch. Yeah, let's I got to jump into Jaime Dimon right now. This is breaking news. Just came out. He says, I remain highly skeptical. Really? Really? You're gonna stick to that line, Jaime? Let me post a link to this article. You see what I'm saying, guys? That breaking news happens so fast. I haven't even hit the Bitcoin for beginners yet. All right, let's check this out. Don't worry, I'm gonna get there. I'll be next. I remain highly skeptical. Jaime Dimon breaks silence on Bitcoin as futures launch. So, JP Morgan CEO Jaime Dimon is famous for his bombastic Bitcoin bashing, but the vocal Bitcoin critic had been largely silent on the flagship cryptocurrency over the course of the past 2 months. Jaime Dimon, says, however, he broke that silence this week, issuing a short, muted statement that indicated he has not altered his view of Bitcoin or other public decentralized cryptocurrencies. That's the word right there. Decentralized. That's his entire problem. He can't control it. He says, look, everyone has a personal opinion about Bitcoin. I remain highly skeptical of it, but as I've previously said, I'm open-minded to uses of cryptocurrencies if properly controlled and regulated, Dimon told NBC in a statement. That's the problem right there. As long as they can control it and regulate it, he's for it. But if it's left in the hands of you, of the people, that you can make your own choice with your money, he's not for that. No, he ain't for that. Says this appears to be the first time Dimon has spoken publicly on Bitcoin in approximately 2 months. Earlier in the year, he drew headlines by calling Bitcoin a fraud that is worth nothing and only purchased by stupid investors. Hey, wait a minute. That word stupid, where have I heard somebody bashing Bitcoin, people investing in Bitcoin, calling it stupid? Wait. I think that came from MLM. Oh, yes, I remember. It was Stormy Wellington. Called all people stupid for investing in Bitcoin. Yeah, she's going to regret that one. Really going to regret that one. Oh, of course I got to go there. You make a public statement about that and you have influence, you got to be corrected. Sorry, you got to be corrected on that. You can't let that one stand. All right, in mid-October, Dimon vowed to stop talking about Bitcoin. A promise that lasted exactly 1 day. However, following that brief relapse, he had remained largely silent on Bitcoin throughout November and early December, perhaps due to the 200% rally that Bitcoin assembled in the intervening period. Remember that? It rallied and they shut up. You're right, Linda. Work for the banks. He's a corporate regurgitator. Roman, you're never going to let that go? Heck no, I'm not going to let that go. Because I have another prediction when it comes to Stormy. I have another prediction. Only way I'm wrong is if her pride takes over. But Stormy loves money. Stormy likes money. Same with every seven-figure earner in the MLM space. And in 2018, when they finally realized the vast majority of the money ain't from selling lotions, potions, and creams, because their downlines don't want to be on auto ship no more. And they're going to go run to make some money in the crypto space. And their checks start to drop. They're going to come running over to the crypto space themselves because that's where the money's being made. You can't ignore the fact that I've made almost 80 grand in less than 4 months. That's a fact. What are they doing over there? No, she ain't going to join USI-Tech. She and the other ones will either become master distributors or create their own crypto company in 2018. There's no way they're going to join any current company. They got to be on top of something. So they're going to create their own, and they're going to turn around and say, yeah, I was bashing it last year because all those companies are scams, but now I'm in a company because we started it, or I'm the master distributor, and that this company's doing it right. I never said that Bitcoin was wrong. I said I didn't like the MLM companies in Bitcoin. So y'all need to join me over here. That's what's going to happen. Well, you know, that wouldn't surprise me. BitConnect has a whole lot of money to throw around. A lot. They are making a freaking killing. That wouldn't surprise me, but no, they don't pay for leaders. They do pay for other stuff. You know, what do you bring to the table? Because there's a community aspect of it. But anyways, let me not get off track here. We're talking about Jaime Dimon. Put your money where your mouth is. However, now, unlike then, Dimon has the ability to demonstrate the sincerity of his bearish outlook by shorting Bitcoin because CBOE launched Bitcoin futures products earlier this week. Thus far, however, it does not appear that Dimon or anyone for that matter has taken up significant short positions in the CBOE markets. Commenting on this fact, Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, the Winklevoss twins, co-founders of cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, whose daily auction price is used as the basis for CBOE's futures, encouraged Dimon to put his money where his mouth is, so to speak. We're just waiting for Jaime Dimon. Put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, put a short on there, Jaime. You don't believe it? Put a short on that. He's not going to do that because of course he believes it. Here's another thing. Jaime Dimon is going to make billions off of Bitcoin. That's the irony of it all. While he's bashing it, he's going to make billions off of it. All right, done with Jaime Dimon. Got me off track there. You see what I say when I talk about you got to stay focused? You see how easily I lost focus right there? That's the crypto space. That's how fast things can happen. But I do want to touch on this article because it piggybacks on a prediction for 2018. You know, the other article I read talked about it reaching 50,000 or 40,000 in 2018. This one talks about it reaching $100,000. Headed for $100,000. This one, a Hong Kong trader who successfully forecast the Bitcoin price's dramatic year and ascent believes that the flagship cryptocurrency rally is far from over. Dave Chapman, managing director of cryptocurrency trading firm Octagon Strategy, told NBC's Squawk Box that many analysts scoffed at him when he predicted that the Bitcoin price would more than double in the fourth quarter and reach $10,000 before the end of the year. He said, I was quoted back in August, when Bitcoin was trading at around $4,000, that we would have a 5-figure headline by the end of this year, he said. I think a lot of people thought I was crazy. A lot of people scoffed at me, but that's okay. You're always going to have a critic out there. Here's one thing, as an adult, I try not to be a critic of someone or something, especially something I don't understand. I try to be either positive or I have no comment. Because you being that critic, there's always going to be somebody there that's going to prove you wrong. Nobody knows or believes they're on the wrong side of history when they're running their mouth. But if you catch yourself spending a lot of time talking about this is a scam, that's a Ponzi, that ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna, you are a fool doing that. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy, and at worst, because you can be wrong, you are stealing an opportunity from somebody else. That's not your job. You ain't Captain Save a Bitcoin. Don't be Agent Smith trying to protect the network. Because Facebook records everything. And a year from now, your crazy rant's going to pop up and you're going to look like a fool. All right. Anyways, he said, however, despite condescending looks from Bitcoin bears, the Bitcoin price has met and exceeded Chapman's prediction. At the time of writing, Bitcoin was trading at $16,615, fresh off a 20% rally fueled by the launch of CBOE's regulated Bitcoin futures contracts. The bears chalked this movement up to a speculative frenzy, and Chapman concedes that he is a bit concerned about the market's current heat. However, he denies that Bitcoin's value is derived purely from speculation. Bitcoin allows the immediate transfer of value from one individual in the world to any other individual in the world, and it does that without a middleman. That is value, he said. If you look at Bitcoin and its impact on finance, it's really not that crazy to think that Bitcoin could be an extremely huge disruptor to finance as we know it today. And he's right. That's why Jaime Dimon's pissed off. We don't need the banks. Chapman said that the launch of Bitcoin derivatives is a sign that cryptocurrency is growing up. And he added that he would not be surprised if the Bitcoin price reaches $100,000 before the end of 2018. All right, you heard it there first. He made the prediction in August. Nevertheless, he cautioned that becoming too fixated on cryptocurrency prices will cause people to lose sight of the truly revolutionary aspects of the technology. The price to me is probably the most uninteresting component about Bitcoin. He's true. I'm more excited in the applications and more excited about what this means for people who don't have access to financial inclusion, Chapman concluded. If we focus on the price, we're losing track of the big picture. I agree. All right, let's finally get to the title of what this Facebook Live is supposed to be. I still got more articles here. I got Howard Stern and Saturday Night Live talk about Bitcoin. I got Bulgaria seized Bitcoin stash that's worth over $3 billion. Are you kidding me? Bulgaria about to come up. So I'll save those for late night crypto talk tonight. Oh, I can't do it tonight. I got a presentation tonight, and then I'm a special guest on somebody else's crypto talk at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. tonight. So I'm a special guest for crypto. That's going to be my late night crypto talk tonight. And the camera will be on, unfortunately. I don't like turning the camera on, but I'm a guest, so I'll have the camera on. All right, Bitcoin for beginners. How to safeguard your cryptocurrency holdings. Now, just understand that this is an opinion from a guy writing an article, that he's not gospel, that, in fact, I don't even like this dude. His name is Kai Sedgwick, who wrote this article. I don't like him, or I can't say I don't like him. I don't like the way he reports things. Let's put it that way. In one breath, he's going to defend everything about Bitcoin, what the critics have to say. In the very next breath, he uses the same arguments that people are accusing Bitcoin of being a scam on other cryptocurrency coins. So I'm like, you're a hypocrite, dude. You have an agenda. But let's go ahead and read what Sedgwick has to say about safeguarding your cryptocurrency holdings. You know you're reading too much into this stuff when you recognize the authors and what they've done in the past. All right. You can read along with me or just listen. There was once a time when a Bitcoin was worth about as much as the spare change down the back of your sofa. Now, one Bitcoin is worth your sofa, more than that, your armchair, and every other item of furniture in your living room. Gone are the days when maintaining military-grade OPSEC was the preserve of Bitcoin whales and the ultra-paranoid. As digital currencies soar, safeguarding your cryptocurrency is imperative, no matter how humble your holdings are. And here's how. 1, lock it down and hold it down. This post is the first in a Bitcoin for Beginners series we'll be publishing. Even if you've been in the game for years, though, it pays to refresh your memory and reevaluate your security practices. The sad reality of the ultra-connected digital world we live in is that everyone's a target, whale or minnow, celebrity or nobody. Nevertheless, there are 2 primary measures you can take to minimize your exposure. Lock it down. Keep your crypto assets in a secure wallet which you possess the private keys for. That way, you and you alone are responsible for what happens to your coins. Hold it down. By all means, preach the gospel of Satoshi and decentralization from the rooftops. But as we recently reiterated, keep your Bitcoin holdings to yourself. You don't need to go out there and brag about how many Bitcoins you have just to be cool. This ain't MLM. You don't want to do that. You're putting a target on your back by doing so. 5 years ago, no one would bat an eyelid at hearing you owned 100 BTC. Do that today, and you risk attracting the sort of ne'er-do-wells that are lured to wealth in all its forms. Before we delve into a few security do's and don'ts, one thing to stress is that owning and using Bitcoin should be pleasurable, not panic-inducing. Take the following advice to heart, implement it, and then sleep easy. Choose your wallet. There are 2 primary means of storing your Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies: in a wallet which you hold the private keys to, or in an exchange which holds the keys on your behalf. Hardware wallets such as Trezor and Ledger, as well as mobile apps such as Bread, all fall into the former category, provided you write down your private key and seed, a 12-word recovery phrase. Your coins will be safe, even if you accidentally delete the app or break the hardware wallet. Keeping your coins in a cryptocurrency exchange or a site such as Local Bitcoins, on the other hand, offers convenience, especially for day traders buying and selling cryptocurrencies. This convenience comes at the price of safety, however. If the exchange was to collapse or be hacked, there is a possibility you could lose your holdings. It's happened in the past, and it will happen again. Use strong and unique passwords. Passwords are used in 63% of all successful cyber attacks. Deploying passwords that are guessable, or worse, still recycling the same passwords, will significantly increase your odds of getting owned. Don't get lazy or take shortcuts when it comes to passwords. It's simply not worth it. If you don't trust your ability to recall passwords, use a password manager such as LastPass. 2FA everything. I strongly agree with that. Many cryptocurrency exchanges such as Bitfinex now force their customers to activate 2-factor authentication, and for good reason. Your cryptocurrency wallet, your exchange account, your email account, and anything else tied to your use of cryptocurrencies should be protected with 2FA. A word of warning though, this second form of authentication should not comprise cell phone SMS verification. Determined hackers can trick gullible customer service staff into porting a phone number. That reminds me, I need to go visit my cell phone provider today on this. Porting a phone number over to a new handset and use it to bypass 2FA. Instead, use a method such as Google Authenticator or 2FA hardware key to secure your accounts. All right, I want to add on to that. If you are using the Google Authenticator and you're on an account, double it up. For example, if you've got a cell phone and you scan the little barcode, also do the same on your tablet. Because if anything were to happen to your cell phone, at least you've got a tablet backup to get into your stuff. And then you're going to disable the 2FA and reset it. So I double everything up. Every time I do my 2FA, I do it on multiple devices that I have control over, just in case my cell phone dies or whatever. You know, the scariest thing, all of a sudden I can't log in, and then I got to rely on customer service to try to help me out. Good luck with that. Know how long that's going to take. So I would advise double it up. If you're going to scan it, do it on at least two devices. Another one, don't click that link. This is another one, especially with Coinbase. I've seen it happen on BitConnect. I've seen it happen with some others. Phishing attacks are one of the most common ways in which accounts are compromised. You know, you get an email basically, and the email looks like it's PayPal had this issue, Coinbase has this issue big time, that it looks like it's coming from them. And they say something like, yeah, we want to verify your security. You need to do some updates. Click this link to log in and update your account. And the moment you do so, it redirects you to a link that looks just like Coinbase or whatever other company, and you give all your information away. Here's one way, one way to spot it is if they don't have that, what is that called? That click this here to see that you're not a bot. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it says, you know, click on the signs or click on the cars or type in the word that's on the screen. You know, if you don't see that, don't even try to log in. You already know right there something's off. I'm able to, since I've done a whole lot of research, I've been here a while, I'm able to spot them very easily now. But when the Coinbase thing happened, I immediately called my mom. Thank you, Diane, the CAPTCHA. I immediately called my mom because my mom got that Coinbase email. And I don't store nothing on Coinbase, just so you know. But my mom got it, and she would have followed the instructions because she didn't know. She didn't know what to look for. So you got to be very careful with that. All right. Final reminders. Don't log into your Bitcoin wallet using public Wi-Fi. That should be a no-brainer. I was at Starbucks the other day, and I saw all these kids, and they're on their laptops, and they're hanging out, and they're doing their thing. But a lot of them were on their banking websites. A lot of them were looking at their crypto sites, and they're using public Wi-Fi. I'm like, are you crazy? It says, in fact, try not to log into anything using public Wi-Fi if you can possibly help it. In doing so, you're exposing yourself to the man-in-the-middle attacks, which could expose your passwords and other personal details. In addition, when interacting in the cryptocurrency space, consider adopting a username and email address that don't correlate with your real-world identity. And be extremely cautious about the personal information you give out to strangers on the internet. You know, there is one email account, Proton Mail, that is advertised to be super secure, far more secure than using a Gmail account. So that's a good one out there. I have it. I haven't used it that much just yet. But you want to protect yourself on that. With 1 millibit or 1/1000th of a Bitcoin, now worth more than $10, every wallet, no matter how slender its BTC, is a target. Keep the extent of your Bitcoin holdings to yourself. Separate your real-world identity from your online one. And if you're unsure, don't click that link. The Bitcoin world is filled with amazing people, but like any high-value commodity, it also attracts thieves, scoundrels, and scavengers. Protect your assets, up your OPSEC, and then kick back and enjoy the ride. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough for Bitcoin news today, Bitcoin for beginners. Hope you enjoyed it. I will be back tonight. I have a presentation for those of you who want to know what it is that I do. What do I invest in? How am I making my money in Bitcoin? See, I don't buy Bitcoin. I earn Bitcoin. One of my main projects, then send me a private message and I'll send you the link to the invitation tonight. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and then following that at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be a guest on a late night crypto talk, and I'll post on my page the gentleman's link that I'm going to be a guest on. So with that, thank you guys for joining us. Have a great day. Make that crypto. God bless. Goodbye.